Hey guys, Dr. Kyle Loveless here. Hey, today I got a really cool shift in how we're going to talk today. Instead of saying here's what to stay away from or here's what to do for something like psoriasis and other autoimmune and other health issues, what I want to do today is kind of a reverse engineering concept of saying here's the worst things you can do, or if you want to make sure that you keep having psoriasis. So if you're someone that's, you're susceptible to having psoriasis or you already have it and you want to keep having it or to make it worse, these are the 5 things you would do. And so I'm looking at it from this standpoint because we can actually make a shift in our thinking. Sometimes when we just tell people what to do, it's hard to grasp. But if you say, okay, if I want to have psoriasis, these are the 5 things I would do, and just do the opposite, and that actually can be very effective. I've watched multiple kind of studies on this. So I'm gonna come to a different approach. So these are the 5 things that you should make sure that you do if you wanna make sure you have psoriasis or make sure your psoriasis gets worse. Kind of a different approach, right? All right, so the first thing, and you've heard me talk about this before, is the first thing you do is eat a very inflammatory diet. Continue eating gluten. Gluten's gonna be something that's gonna create a leaky gut, create inflammation, create immune responses. So continue to do that. Continue to eat dairy, especially pasteurized dairy, especially non-organic dairy. Continue to eat that. That'll help make sure that your body stays inflamed. All right, I'm being kind of sarcastic here, but these are things you would do. You would continue to eat dairy. You would eat lots of sugar. You would still refined sugar. You would still follow foods that your body doesn't do well with, and at the same time, you would eat fast food. You would still do those things, the kind of the sad American diet. If you want to make sure that your psoriasis gets worse, do that. Follow the sad American diet, maybe even follow the food pyramid. That'd be a good approach. And so those are things that are definitely going to make your psoriasis worse. And we know that diet can be a part of it. We know lifestyle changes are big. And so the second thing that I'm going to recommend if you want to make sure your psoriasis gets worse is to decide that there's nothing you can do about it, and that it's just your deck of cards that you were given. It's out of your control. This is how you were born. It's just straight genetic, and there's not much you can do about it. And I'm just gonna and just go with it. Maybe go to the doctor and take your cortisone creams, maybe take Humira, do those things. But just decide, hey, there's nothing I can really do about it. There's no hope. Losing hope is one of the best ways to make sure your psoriasis stays there. Just stop investigating, all that stuff. It's one of the best ways to make sure you still have psoriasis and that it gets worse. The second one, which many people know this one as well, is make sure you drink lots of alcohol. This is actually kind of fun. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of beer, plenty of tequila, whatever it is for you, but alcohol, wine, all those things every night. That'll rest assured that your psoriasis continues to get worse. Number 4 is increase your stress load. Make sure that that you look at stress as something that you can't control. Really focus on the things that you can't control, and that'll rest assured that your cortisol levels stay high, that your digestive system stays weak, and that it helps produce a leaky gut. It'll help make sure your immune response is down if you continue to be stressed, right? And so the key is if your stress levels are high, your immune system will be overactive. It'll keep you in this fight or flight response, and psoriasis is going to continue to get worse. So you want to make sure that your stress stays high if you want to keep your psoriasis and make sure it gets worse. Again, we're reverse engineering if for some reason you popped in the middle of this video. These are the things that will make sure that your psoriasis continues to go backwards and get worse for you. This one is actually really big, is not just don't do anything about it, but instead of looking for a natural approach, looking for things that support health. Remember, the definition of health is that your body's functioning and healing at 100%. It's not really the absence of disease. And so anything we do for health, if you want to be healthy or get rid of a health problem, then you have to help your body function at a higher level. So the foods you eat, the lifestyle changes you make, all that stuff should be about healing. And so if you're taking medications, they're going to block your body's ability to adapt, which will actually decrease the body's ability to heal. So the final thing I'm going to say to make sure that you do, if you want your psoriasis to continue to get worse, is ignore looking for what's causing it. Ignore, kind of investigating and testing, and ignore, doing food allergy testing, and ignore, looking at your gut, ignore your lifestyle, ignore those things. And just take medications. And some of the most common medications that we know people take with psoriasis that actually can cause psoriasis to flare up, and has been shown study after study to show this, are ibuprofen or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, right? The psoriasis hurts. Doctor says take NSAIDs to help with the pain. That's what you do, and unfortunately that actually can flare up your psoriasis. Or if you have high blood pressure, maybe you're taking high blood pressure medications. If you continue to just take high blood pressure medications and don't find the cause of your blood pressure, they've been shown to actually cause an increase in psoriasis and flaring up and making psoriasis worse. And just keep taking the methotrexate, keep taking the medications that they give you, Humira and things like that, and the steroid creams, and that'll rest assured that your psoriasis maybe sometimes feels better, but we never actually get rid of it, and that'll make it a long-term problem, which will cause the rest of the body to break down. I've gotten a lot of questions on here about methotrexate and people that are just suffering and been taking it for a long time, and they want to come off of it. And that's not my role to tell you to come on or off a medication, and so I would never do that. But I will tell you that it's very hard on your body, and I will tell you that it is a chemotherapy medication, and I will tell you that it suppresses your immune response and will make you very unhealthy long-term and lead to other things like cancers and other major infections, and will destroy your digestive system. So if we want to keep psoriasis, that's the direction we go. And again, I'm not saying go stop it because of this video, but but maybe shift the thinking. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the reality is we got to shift. We can't just keep taking that. If you're someone that's been on these medications for a long time and you want answers, go get the psoriasis course. This thing is amazing. I've put so much time and energy into this course. I've shared pretty much everything I know, and even in the process have learned even more because I'm researching and going in depth into these different concepts with psoriasis. And that program is life-changing. It's the Conquering Psoriasis program. You can go in the links below and get that in the description, and I hope you do that. Also, we have a free program. That's our there's a cost to that, obviously. I put a lot of time and energy into that, but I also have a free course that we're putting out there. It's an email course, and it's something that it's the blueprint for psoriasis. It's going to be a great starting point if you're like, I don't know if I want to spend a lot of money yet, but I do want to make sure that I'm getting results and moving in the right direction, and you're kind of a beginner in this mode. Hey, go to the links. You can actually click on that. You can put your email in, and we'll send you the 5 steps to the blueprint for psoriasis, and this will be a great starting point for you, and just that for some of you will be a game changer. All right, so make sure you do that, and hey, keep watching these videos. I'm going to continue to put out great information for you guys. I know that it seems like I'm just talking about psoriasis, but here's the reason. That's what people are suffering with. The people that are watching are suffering with that, and I want to find different aspects and different angles to come at it, because some people will learn one way and some people will learn another way, and on top of that, some people just watch one video, take what I said, and their problem goes away. I love the comments. I love the emails I'm getting on your psoriasis disappearing by just changing this. But then another person will do those same things and their psoriasis doesn't get better, maybe even seems to get worse. And that's because everybody's individual. So I'm trying to find different approaches for different individuals to get results, because that's what this show's about. This channel is about. It's about helping you become your own health expert and shifting. When you get the things like the psoriasis course and the programs that we put out there, when you start to do those, that's when you're really going to deep dive into this stuff and become an expert, and not only get rid of your psoriasis, but actually be healthy long term as well. All right, you guys have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you next time.